How's it going, everyone? This is Josh from Football Talk with JB, and I'm joined by. Can you introduce yourself and what position you play?
Harrison Rodgers. I play outside linebacker for Montgomery Catholic.
Heck yeah, and he's a really good player, and you're the first player I've ever interviewed on this channel. Well, first player I've ever interviewed, period. But
Yes, sir.
so I know you was excited about this. But my first question. Tell me about does it help having a more defensive minded head coach, like as far as player development and stuff at your position?
I would say that having the defensive head coach, one-sided, that defenses kind of would say would be the main focus on some days, and that our defense, there's a standard for the defense, especially with the head coach being more defensive sided. There's a standard to be met for the defense that, it feels like the bar is always getting higher. We're not settling for nothing, and that's good because, you can't get contempt. You always got to be working hard and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, absolutely, and I know you guys put in that work in the weight room, which the weight room's the key right there.
Oh, yeah.
My next question is, Coach. I know Coach Lockhart said, or I can't remember if you said you had a close relationship with Coach Lockhart, or if he told me he had a close relation. Like I know he's got a close relationship with all you guys, but
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. No, I mean, like, that's one reason why I love him is because, he when he came in, like, we were, a little questionable, like, we learned with him. He came in my sophomore year, I think, or for my freshman year. I think it was my freshman year during the playoffs. And, he was kind of new to the whole D-line thing. But we, like, learned with him. And finally, like, and now, he's a great coach, but even, like, greater coach off the field, I would say. Just because, anytime I need something or anytime I have a question, I pick up the phone and call. There's never a moment where I feel like I'm alone or, and it too is like he takes us to dinners to celebrate wins and accomplishments and has us over to his house. It's a relationship on and off the field, and that's like something I love.
oh, absolutely, and that's what you got to do as a coach. You just got to build those relationships with your players. That's something I hope to be able to do one day when I'm into coaching and stuff. Um, how I gotta ask, how did it feel to win that state championship?
I'm gonna say it felt good. Like it was definitely it felt weird almost because you didn't know what to do after. You're like you won, you're at the top. Like there's no one else to beat. You're at the top. All my time at Catholic, freshman and sophomore year, we lost in the fourth round. And it's like you have that gut feeling. It's just like we got next year. But after winning the state championship, it was just like we're at the top. I just like we're the best team. So I would say it was definitely an accomplishment. It was well lived, but then we got right back to work.
Oh,
Getting prepared for this year.
oh yeah, your story's not finished yet. It's time to win another one this year.
Oh
Finish it.
yeah,
Finish strong.
I would say it's definitely time to make a statement. Winning the state championship is definitely putting your name out there, but then winning it again in a whole new division, that's gonna make a bigger statement.
Oh yeah, and my next question would be so overall, who would you say maybe is either the toughest offensive lineman that you've ever faced, or like the toughest overall offensive line that you guys have faced?
Um, I mean, I would say the toughest O lineman play I've ever faced is one of our own, and that his name's Caden Dees. You talk about grit and hard work, and just you gotta keep your head on a swivel when he's pulling because he's gonna hit you. I would say the greatest O line that we probably faced, like for the last season, um, would probably be maybe Demopolis.
Oh, really?
They were that bigger 5A school, I think, but they were really good. But I would say that those are the two I would say are the greatest O line.
Oh yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting that Demopolis is the answer. I was expecting an Andalusia or a Cherokee County or a Booker T. Washington. I wasn't expecting Demopolis, but
Demopolis, I mean, Andalusia was good, but I would just say Demopolis because of their size.
oh yeah, they were big. They're huge, but so my next well. I know. I don't think Coach Jay would be a fan of this question, but what opponent this year are you most excited about facing? I know his answer would be he's focused on the next opponent, which is St. James. But
I would say St. James or Saraland because I'll give you an explanation for both. St. James is because in the city of Montgomery, a lot of schools don't want to play us. Yeah. Trinity. St. James was for a little while didn't want to play us, and there's some schools that that did want to play us and didn't shy away from a battle. MA and ICA, they didn't shy away. Oh, and St. James and Trinity kind of said, "Oh, we don't want to play this year." That dodged us. But St. James finally came out with the new head coach or something like that, made a deal to where they want to play us, and so I'm just real happy about that. To kind of win against someone down the Vaughn Road, beat somebody up again.
Oh, yeah.
And Saraland, 6A school, I'm pretty sure, that was going to be a game, and that's just going to be a game. I'm going to say if we win, everyone's going to be like, that. That's probably, if you win that game, it's just like, whoa, Catholic is somebody to, really look at.
Oh, no, most definitely. And, St. James, they, well, Jimmy Perry had retired. They hired their offensive coordinator as the head coach. He moved on to college, but I guess he put together the schedule before Coach Blackwell got there. But they hired former Montgomery Catholic head coach, Coach Blackwell, who I'd say he really set the foundation that Coach Johnson is kind of he laid the foundation, and Coach Johnson has taken that and taken it even further. Coach Johnson's a phenomenal guy, and I really enjoyed interviewing him last Wednesday. And as far as Saraland, I know all about Saraland because they 6A state runner up, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been using Ryan Williams a lot in the new college football game, so. Yeah, he's absolutely unstoppable, especially on those jet sweeps and touch passes. But I'm trying to think what else. Tell me a little bit about. I don't know if you guys have went over much about your region and stuff, but are you feel good about the region?
Yeah. Andalusia's, that's going to be just another fun game, Like I would say last year when we played Andalusia at our place for the region championship, I would say that's up there with the state game. The atmosphere was something crazy. Okay. Like playing in that game, it was just the crowd going, the lights. It was, it was definitely one of those games where it's just like after they beat us the year before, like we wanted to get back. So.
Oh yeah, and I know like Andalusia always brings a crowd, so I know that one semifinal game you guys had to move it to the Crampton Bowl because the crowd was so huge.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
you look up in the stands and it's just rows of people. You just gotta sit there and stare at it for a little while and just immerse yourself and take it all in.
Oh yeah, and Andalusia's always brought a crowd with them, and I graduated from Reeltown, so we don't play Andalusia. Andalusia is just a little out of our size range, I'd say. But we do open up the year with T.R. Miller this year. That's a team you guys played in the second round last year, and probably arguably maybe your toughest playoff game overall.
Yeah.
Because they're really good. That's who we open up with. So we definitely don't have an easy task first game. And then we play, like you mentioned, Trinity. We play them too. That's our second game of the year. So we got a couple of tough opponents. But yeah, you got our schedule. our schedule doesn't compare to you guys' schedule. Woo. You know, definitely, I'd say the game I'm most excited about is to see y'all play that school out of Pensacola Catholic.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
I'll probably I've gotten in touch with their wide receivers coach. I'll probably get him on to try and preview that game that week. Help me preview it a little bit, but yeah, that. And then other than that, I'm excited to see you guys play Carroll of Ozark because I saw them play St. James last year. They've given St. James a game the last 2 years. I'm excited to see y'all play pretty much every game though, because I follow Montgomery Catholic pretty heavily too, not just along with Reeltown. So yeah, I've kind of adopted you guys as my second team. So
yeah, no, this year's schedule, I mean, last year there were some games where, I'm just gonna be honest, it was a blowout. And I'm not saying this year there's not going to be some games that are going to blow up, but this year schedule, looking at it, you're going to be like, well, that's going to be a game. It's going to be a game. All these teams, you're not going to say, well, Catholic's got them. Catholic's got them, but it's going to be a game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Coach Johnson said he says you guys don't necessarily focus on the fact you're in 5A, but you feel like you're going to have, there might have been a game every now and then in 4A where you could kind of take it a little easy. He said you guys are going to have to be up for every game this year, and
yeah, it's just like he says, you got to take the opponent week by week. You got to focus on that opponent that week and not get caught up in the whole scheme of things.
And that'll just make you that much more prepared for like your big region games later on down the road. I mean, you guys play Eufaula early. They were a semifinal team last year in 5A. Carroll took that Demopolis team that you guys beat to the wire. Like, Demopolis had to kick a field goal to beat them. And, I mean, and a lot of your region has new head coaches, too. I think Greenville does. I know Carroll hired the Andalusia offensive coordinator, so he's going to be bringing that culture at Andalusia, that hard-nosed physical football with him. Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year, and I'm really excited for football season. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. It's counting down. I'm definitely ready.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. I just wanted to bring you on and ask you a few questions and kind of get some insight into the Montgomery Catholic program. But I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
And
I'll see you.
I might have you on again sometime later on. Like I'd ask you about after the season, maybe ask you about college and stuff.
Yes, sir. No, I'd love to come back on.
Yes, sir. All right. Have a good one, Harrison.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. All right, guys. That was Harrison Rodgers. He plays outside linebacker for Montgomery Catholic, and hey, he's a really good kid, and I hope he goes on to do big things. But thank y'all so much for watching. Peace out, everybody.